It's time for Clubhouse Chatter.
It's time.
Here are the guys, Tony Torcato and Norm Ordez.
That's right, and that's producer Brian. Hey, this is Clubhouse Chatter, brought to you by Baseballism, baseballism.com. If you like my hat or the shirt I'm wearing, baseballisms.com. Hey, we're going to be doing some shows from up there here soon sometime.
Yeah, we should do another one.
So I think they're having a World Series party. I think I tagged you in it coming up here in October this month sometime.
That'd be sweet.
And so it's on a Saturday about 4 o'clock. So if we can make it, they're going to love us for making it up there.
Be awesome, bro.
So hey, man, we got the league championship series going on.
I told you guys the Dodgers are going to edge them out,
and
buddy.
The Red Sox and the Astros. And man, I'll tell you what, that Dodgers and Brewers,
they're pretty evenly matched, though.
It's now 3-2.
Yeah, this is a good series, and it could go either way still.
I'm telling you, it's evenly matched for the most part.
I like both teams.
Kershaw
man.
dominated today.
Yeah, he's dirty.
So speaking of dirty, Manny Machado.
That was a dirty play, wasn't it?
Was that a dirty play?
I think so.
I
think so.
And you've played up there, so you know what's going on.
I don't know why you do that.
Brian, what do you think? I think there was intent.
What do you think, Brian Erickson?
My camera's like dead right now. I don't know why, but it was a dirty play. I agree. First thing I thought when I saw that was like, oh my gosh, Manny being Manny again. And you look at the replay. I mean, you don't need to stand there.
Well, and you got the slide into second base where he reached out with his arm, and then you've got him going into first base and trying to step on Aguilar's leg. But I understand that they're friends supposedly, but his foot was kind of on the base, but it wasn't that much on the base, I didn't think.
No, it was he shouldn't have done that.
No, because you look at the way his leg swept in his left foot and totally could have caused him injury. Good thing Aguilar's good, big size.
Both of them could have got injured though.
Yeah,
let's
you're right.
ask you a question, Tony, from playing in the bigs. Do you think at some point here in this remainder of this series that Machado gets plunked?
I think they should if the scores is right. If it's a close game, no. If somebody's up 8-0 or 7-0 or 7-1 in late innings,
going to hit him in the back.
Probably
Buzz the tower a little bit. Keep it away from the head though.
throw it right in his ribs.
Yeah. Did you ever get?
I got drilled. Yeah. I got hit by a pitch 30 something times.
Oh geez.
30 times?
Whole career.
Did you get nailed in the big league in the majors?
I got one.
And do you remember who it was?
Somebody off the Dodgers. But it wasn't intentional, nothing like that. It was a slider in, and it got me in the knee. Yeah, pretty funny. But I got drilled on purpose in 2008 in the Golden League.
Dude, it happens.
Drilled right in the elbow on purpose. But then about 2 weeks later, we got him back out in Chico.
Awesome. So Brian's going to be taking a drink here. 2006 when I was in Lancaster. I remember one of our guys got hit, and all hell broke loose. And so it was.
Yeah, you got to retaliate. Though,
I remember
if you get hit,
Brett Butler, our manager, calling down to the bullpen. He's like, "Hey, give me somebody." So he brings in a Dominican kid to hit somebody, and this Dominican kid can't hit his own countryman, and so he ends up walking him. And so he was like, give me somebody out of the bullpen that wants to hit somebody. And so he brings in this pitcher, and that was his job. One pitch, and he drilled him, and all hell broke loose. And that was the first time I ever gotten fined on a baseball field because I stepped out of the dugout.
I think, Aguilar, right? Is his name. Mm-hmm. They worked out they talked about it.
Right.
But as a team and stuff, he might get hit.
It's possible.
Yeah, I like the way Aguilar handled it. I mean, he's kind of turned around and said, okay, you're a jerk. Let's just forget it. Yeah. No big deal. Let's just get on with it. And I think he handled it well. I think
Machado is one of the best players in the game.
But
it's hard to fork over like hundreds of millions of dollars when you see that stuff, right?
Especially when he comes out and says, hey, guys, I basically take plays off. I don't run hard all the time.
It's weird, man. Yeah, if you're like a GM, you're like,
now they're talking $300-400 million now. Do you give somebody $300 million after saying something like that?
Well, what's his batting average?
Somebody will.
What's he do for your team? Do you need somebody? You probably do. You're right.
I mean, there's no doubt that he's a talent. There's no doubt. that he is a talent.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
he can do it all, but yeah.
But, is he a pariah? Is he a poison because of that? I mean,
but other than that, I mean, great series though.
It is.
They're pretty evenly matched, and I can't believe all the relievers that I've seen. I'm only watching from the TV though, so I can't really speak in person. But these guys are pumping 97, 98 miles an hour.
Josh Hader.
I like Josh Hader. He's hating on the hitters. His last name is Hader, Hader.
Yes.
He's just hating on all of them.
And so then you got the Astros and the Red Sox, and man,
I think that it's not exciting as the Dodgers Brewers though, because
I agree
it's
with
weird.
you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
When they come on, I'm like, I might watch a couple innings, but when the Dodgers, I pretty much watch the whole game.
I agree with you. The Dodgers Brewers series is
I like the pitching,
exciting.
and they're pumping some cheddar, man.
Cheddar,
gasoline.
What do you think, Brian? What do you think about the Red Sox Astros?
I could care less. I think Tony's spot on. I stayed up until 11:30 last night, watched from the 8th to the 13th, and couldn't take my eyes off of it.
I tried.
And LCS is more exciting.
Yeah, you get the fight, you get Machado.
Yeah, it is.
I tried.
I don't know why.
And I caught the Bellinger catch, and that was it. And then
amazing catch.
Then I'm out.
Amazing catch, by the way.
My wife was like, "Oh, did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." When I open,
I texted him and said, "What did I say? Great game or something?" But you're
like
probably
there's
asleep.
Nothing. Yeah. I'm.
Oh well.
Early.
At least you're watching baseball, though. That's good.
I know. God, and like I said, that Dodger Brewer series is amazing so far.
It is, and it's frustrating to watch some of the hitters, though, dude. The low scoring games. These hitters, though, when these guys are throwing 97, 98, as a hitter, I don't know. I'm thinking like, why don't you just choke up on the bat and make solid contact with the ball, dude?
Well, whatever happened to like bunting? And so like you got a runner on, you've got a shift. So basically third base is pretty much open. Why don't you just lay down a bunt down third base line?
Yeah, but these guys are taking enormous swings even with 2 strikes. It's like the pitcher's throwing 97. He's doing all the work.
Yeah.
All you got to do is shorten up your swing, stay short to the ball, be quick, and you're going to get that backswing and you get that carry off the ball. Why don't you just nice and easy swing? The guys are taking huge hacks.
Now let me ask you a question.
Any strike in the count, man.
How long did it take you to realize that as a baseball player, as a professional?
I was kind of brought up like that though. My dad.
Were you?
Yeah, my dad is like, stay back, use your hands, and be quick.
Because that's something that they preach, and I know in the Giants organization they preach that, or they used to.
No, they still do. They probably do. I imagine they're like that. But I was brought up like that with my dad and stuff.
Right.
We always work the other way. Hit line drives the opposite field and stay in the middle of the field. These guys are taking big old hats. I'm like, dude, all you got to do is just shorten up and just stay quick and make solid contact. That's all you got to do.
Right.
And the ball's going to jump because the pitcher's already doing all the hard work for you.
Is part of it just being at the moment and, the world, the playoffs?
Maybe, they're looking for that one big swing, that one hero home run or something like that. Instead of driving the ball in the gap and actually playing small ball, maybe move the runner over or whatnot, but they're looking for that big hero swing,
And that was
the playoffs. That's what you want,
right?
And that's what we grew up as kids.
Yeah,
you're always
hit the bomb.
Exactly. It's the World Series, the playoffs. I'm gonna hit a home run.
Everybody wants
never
that,
was a base
double
hit single. That got the guy to third or whatever.
You want to hit the bomb to take him to the World Series and all that. But as a hitter though, guys pumping cheddar like that, all you do is just nice and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know bunting on a shift isn't really popular, but you're in the playoffs. Who cares?
Yeah.
You got to
manufacture.
You got to
runs.
win. You got to win.
Yeah.
Manufacture runs.
Game. Mm-hmm.
And because you get more money when you win in the playoffs.
These guys aren't getting ready to hit. They're swinging late and all this stuff. It's just like, dude, all you do is just ready to hit and stay short.
Right.
They're getting long and they're. I know that's what I see from the. Obviously, I'm not there in person, but that's what I see from the TV.
Right.
That's all I can speak on, though.
And Brian, were you seen basically the same thing as well?
Yeah, I mean, totally. But trying to set up your little show here, jerk.
I appreciate that.
However, if you look at it statistically, bunting somebody over to second base, they're statistically less likely to score with on second base with an out than they are on first base with no outs. So something to think about.
Interesting.
There's so many ways. It's all about statistics now. Playing
the analytics, all that.
Ball, Cybermatrix, and
what's your take on this whole analytic thing? Because you're an old school guy.
I don't like it.
It's
Go
different.
by, like if you're a manager or whatnot, you just go by your gut feeling of if you're gonna take someone out.
It's a sight.
They do all the numbers.
The eye test. You know, I mean, you come across those guys that were in those organizations when you're playing. I mean, some of those guys
Where's
were
Keith
like
Bodie?
in their 70s,
You taught me a lot.
80s.
You remember Keith Bodie?
I do remember Keith
He's
Bodie.
an instructor in the Giants system.
Yeah.
Back when I was coming up.
I remember
late 90s.
I remember being in Stockton for a series, and there was like this old, like 85-year-old guy in an Oakland A's uniform. And he had like the smallest glove I'd ever seen. And so he sitting there smoking heaters after heaters, in the stands. And he was one of the A's Latin American guys. Oh. And so played baseball forever. Probably played with George Genovese, Mm-hmm. But he was telling me about the small infield glove. And he had a great story that like dated back to like the 40s on why he used it. And so, it was pretty cool. And those old guys are pretty cool.
Yeah. Some of the guys are still around.
All right, hey, let's wake up Rocco. See if Rocco is up. Rocco is in Florida.
Former Army Ranger coming on.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say much, man.
Rocco's
listen to him
an
talk
American
and
badass.
tell that story. Yeah, no.
And so we are, Brian. Let's for our viewers, let's look at possibly getting a question for him.
All right. Yeah. Somebody, if you have a question,
You got my
just let
phone
us
turned
know.
up there.
I've got everything turned up.
All right.
Hopefully it comes out.
Hopefully it calls out here. And so I got 2 bars.
You're plugged in
I'm plugged in.
to the right one.
Yep.
Am I?
All right, here we go.
Keep talking, guys.
Hey, Rocco, it's Norm with Clubhouse Chatter. How you doing? Hey, how's Florida? All right, go back to Salt Lake City, huh? All right. So, we have Rocco Vargas and Vincent Rocco Vargas, American badass, a former Army Ranger, and he is on the show, The Mayans MC, which you can catch on Tuesday nights on FX. Rocco, welcome to the show. My buddy Kalen up there with baseballisms. Of course, we got a common friends here. He kind of led me to you about a year ago, and he's like, "Hey," he goes, "I got this guy who would be great on the show. His name is Rocco, and he is like an interesting dude." And that's where he showed me about the videos about the dads on YouTube. And so, we chatted about a year ago, and it's finally worked out. And man, your life is kind of hectic right now. All at once. How does that feel? Oh. And so, Army Ranger. So you had a blog post out a while ago on how baseball prepped you for Army Ranger and the rest of your life. Chat about that a little bit.
Nice.
And then academically, it just was taken from me. So after that, I wasn't sure what I was going to be good at. The only thing I ever knew was baseball. And so I was kind of lost for a while. I wasn't sure what to do. So I decided to join the military at the time. I had a daughter, and I thought I wanted to be able to provide for her. And doing that, I didn't realize how much baseball has prepped me for the rest of life. Right? Because baseball is essentially, it's that game of failure.
Yep.
Yes.
Very, very minute success. And I try to explain it to you, like, man, make hitters at 300. 30% and everything else in life is complete failure.
Yep.
So for acted and swear. And so this difficult world of baseball has actually prepared me for all the difficulties I face later on in life, from loss of friends, from combat, from loss of marriages, all these things. I still feel I have the ability to bounce back better than most because the years and years of heartbreak in baseball.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's true, and that's what
very true.
that's what we try to teach with our boys is the failure part of it. It's okay to strike out. Yeah, you're going to feel like crap, but you need to brush it off, get it over, and come back with a different attitude. And you're going to fail in life. And baseball is such a failure-generated sport, and so now, how long do you serve in the military altogether?
I'm actually still currently serving right now.
Okay.
It's about 16 years total. I've done 5 years activated, and the rest has all been reserve time.
Well, thank you for your service. I know you and I
thank you very much.
a little bit about my dad, who served 21 years, and my dad was kind of one of the original. He retired in '78, so he was old school. And so, man, you got a lot going on. So you got the Mayans MC on right
awesome.
now, and Tony and I were chatting about it. I DVR it Tuesday nights, and then I wait for Saturdays after I get off work to watch it. And man, what a great show!
Yeah, no, I was very lucky. It's kind of one of those things. It's right time, right place. I was playing college baseball at Glendale Community College in Los Angeles, California. Go Bats. And we had an incredible time there. But I was dyslexic and I didn't know it. I just knew I was bad at school. And so my coach was like, "Try theater classes. Those are easy." It didn't know that now in my life it would actually be paying dividends on having some kind of experience in front of the camera. And so I was in LA at the time, went to the audition, got the part. It was just timing meets preparation meets luck. And now, it's the big show right now on network television.
It is, and the group of guys that are in it with you. I mean, you guys really seem like a true brotherhood, and you were sharing that a little bit about on Facebook, and talk about the guys of the show.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys like with baseball, the camaraderie is really what's so infectious besides the game itself. It's the camaraderie that's built. It's the same of us on set. Yeah, I think everyone knows the opportunity that's been presented to us. We're jumping on the Mayans MC. It's the spin-off to one of the most successful television shows ever, Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
So we knew the opportunity was so big, and I think everyone was just so appreciative just to be there that we became so connected early on. It just became this brotherhood. Plus, almost all of us are from the same LA area. All of us have our backstories. A lot of these guys had prison time, and now, they believe, life had a second chance for them, and they're doing the best they can with that. And the same as me is like life after military, which traditionally is normally hard for veterans, and it was for me as well. But now I have this whole second wind and I think that just complete appreciation for the opportunity is why we're just so close.
And so another one of the guys, Michael Irbe, is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yeah, it's Irby.
Irby. So he's on SEAL Team, another show I watch. I mean, his star's taken off as well, and as of most of those guys are.
Yeah, and you have a lot of up-and-comers, and a lot of guys have been putting in work all these years are now getting noticed, right? Like, now really putting the spotlight on their skill set. Like Michael Irby, I've been watching him since I was in the military when he used to be in the unit, and I thought he was incredible. And then all of a sudden, my first day on set with him, we're sitting on a bus next to each other talking military. It was amazing for me, right? And then you got Richard Cabral, who is an incredible actor, who's really, his character really started to be developed by now in the Mayans MC. You got J.D. Pardo, you got Clayton Cardones. Like, these guys, I think they deserve an opportunity like this to show their acting capabilities, and it's just no better place to be in right now than the Mayans MC.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for the show. It's a really good show, and you have a new show coming out in November, I believe, on the History Channel.
Yeah, I got, I pitched a show to some producers and wanted to do a show that I think would represent the veteran community, the military community, and
Right.
It is going to be released November 20th. It's called Brothers in Arms. It's two Army veterans decided to do business and give a little history while we're doing it. And I think it's going to be an amusing show that the family can watch. I think it's going to be a very entertaining show all around.
Very nice. And so you've also opened up a barber shop in Salt Lake City. And tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, man. I've just been very fortunate to learn business early on, and I own beard.com.
Right.
beard.com, and that's like a male grooming. And for me, I thought it just made sense to kind of a caveat to that would be a barbershop that does the straight razors, the hot towel, the shave, the full experience. Back in the day, my dad used to stick to the same barbershop for almost 20 years. And so I missed that. We went to an era where the quick haircut was fine, but now I wanted to kind of bring back that community and the whole experience of sitting there, hanging out with the guys, getting your beard, taking 45 minutes out of your day, but to actually enjoy yourself, And so we started Throwbacks Barber Company in Salt Lake City. It's doing extremely well, and I'm just super blessed to be a part of that.
That's awesome.
Brian says we need to open up one here in McMinnville. All we do is just get haircuts. Nobody uses a straight edge razor anymore. And if you do, there's like one place and it's like $50.
Yeah, it's hard to find, man. And hopefully everything keeps going well. I'll just bring one over there.
There you go. So Tony, do you got any questions for him?
No, it's like hearing Rocco talk, man. I love the stories. I do.
So Tony is our former Major League Baseball player. He played with the Giants.
Had a cup of coffee.
A couple of years, and so a good friend of the show's. So let's talk about. Can we talk a little bit about the series that's going on with the Dodgers, Brewers, and then the Red Sox?
Rocco,
and the
you a big
Astros?
Dodgers fan? You're from LA, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely a Dodgers fan.
Nice.
The terrible thing on the East Coast, man, because these games start at 8 o'clock.
Right.
So that game went into the 13th inning. I fell asleep in the 11th inning, and I woke up and right away checked my phone, and thank God the Dodgers won.
I know. What a game. What a series. It's an exciting series.
Man,
though.
it's a good
It's not
series.
boring, and you want to watch the whole game, so it's pretty cool.
Like we were talking before, the Dodgers Brewers series. This is the series
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
The Red Sox and Astros. It's been kind of
Yeah. But no, I'm
Who's winning that series right now? So I haven't got to catch that.
I think the Brian, can you
Red
check that?
Sox
I think
are.
the Red Sox are. I think they're up 2-1, and I
Right.
think they were winning tonight. I believe Altuve hit a home run, and it was caught by a fan, and so they called him out.
Oh wow.
And so he had a 2-run bomb, and they called him out on it. So, but yeah, so let's take a question from somebody out there. And Brian, do we have a question for him?
Yeah, we do, Rocco. Somebody, I can't think of their name. I'm trying to figure it out right now. I just ran through. I'll figure this out eventually.
Okay.
But it says, what's the best part of My and MC for you, and why do you like working on it?
I consider myself a writer, and being a part of the whole thing and watching Kurt Sutter and Elton James, the two writers of the show, conceptualize the idea and manipulate the crowd. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. I think the writing of the show is actually the beauty of the whole thing. It's very easy to act when they put it on paper, so easy to replicate. We're just the muse spitting out what's on paper. They're putting it on paper and killing it. So I love seeing that side of it. I love seeing the future of my life eventually turn into a writer. And right now, I'm just trying to soak in all the lessons I can from them.
What is it like working with Kurt Sutter? I mean, the guy is a genius.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, he's a genius. And so, it's kind of like I'm nervous around him still. I don't want to piss him off. If I get it's going to be, who knows what the next thing's going to happen to my character. But I also just want to be in the room and listen to him speak and see how he thinks, because I believe that same assessment. I think he's a genius, and it's just cool just to watch him think.
Well, Rocco, we're excited to see what happens to you here in the future. Hey, please tell the guys at the show, Clubhouse chatter says hello, and we're big fans. And let's do this again sometime soon.
Yeah, dude, for sure. You let me know, man. I'm always interested. If you guys are ever in my area, let's go watch a game together.
Heck
That'd be
yeah,
awesome,
we'd like
man.
to give a shout out to Kaylin. I know Kaylin is watching, and all they're
Yeah,
good
awesome.
dudes, aren't they?
Yes, I love those dudes, man. They take care of me. Even if I'm sponsored off them now, man, I just love their shit.
They got
you
good
can
stuff.
cuss, man. I do all the time.
Absolutely.
It's all
They got
good.
great stuff. So once again, Vincent Rocco Vargas, hey, thank you for coming on the show. And like I said, let's do this again sometime soon.
I appreciate it, brother. You guys have a good night.
All right,
Rocco,
you
take
too.
care,
We'll
man.
talk to you later. Bye. All right, Rocco Vargas, and like I said, man, dude, American badass. I mean, cool guy. I mean,
Super cool.
doesn't he seem like a dude that you'd want to sit next to in a barber shop and
Yeah.
have a beer with? I mean,
Totally.
he's just one of
Oh,
us.
yeah, for sure.
You know.
Wow, I'm loud on this mic.
Well,
I know.
somebody doesn't know how to use their mic.
Hey.
So there you go.
I can't see myself now.
That's better.
So-
no, I think he's a good guy. I think he makes it
cool.
interesting. It's kind of fun to
Yeah.
watch.
It is. Now, have you watched the show, Brian?
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
And I know you're watching it, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, did you watch Sons of Anarchy?
I've watched a couple of the
Yeah,
episodes.
I watched a lot of that.
So
I love it.
I think it's toned down
Okay.
quite a bit from Sons of Anarchy.
What's a spin-off?
You
of
know,
SOA?
but I mean, it's the storylines in it are great. I mean, it's got one of my favorite actors, Edward James Olmos, in it.
Yeah.
And so, man,
No, I can't wait to watch it every Tuesday.
I know. Well, try to watch it Saturdays, and so, hey, so we're gonna end with this. We're gonna say our little tribute for the two Pauls. Number one, Paul Allen. Paul Allen was a pioneer and is a legend. And without Paul Allen, without his contributions, I'm not so sure that we'd be doing this show right now. I don't know.
Not.
Well, there's a
Norm?
lot in that, because if you talk about the first off, the Microsoft angle, he was a big part of that.
Right.
And kind of got computers to where we are, he and Bill Gates,
Yep.
with a whole bunch of other people. Then you talk about the Blazers, talk about sports.
Can't forget the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yep.
Yeah, you talk about sports in the Northwest. He's a big part of that. Who knows what will happen? I mean, there's a huge fan base. They probably would have kept it here, but it may not have been in that arena. There may not have been an arena. It may have been they may have moved to Seattle or whatever.
Right.
And then you talk about the Seattle Seahawks. You know, I mean, that's the closest thing we've got in the Northwest. A big part of the landscape is because of Paul Allen.
Absolutely. I was watching somebody, I can't remember who it was. I think it was ESPN, and they were talking about the Blazers on about what happens next, because his sister she wants nothing to do with him. And so most likely they're going to be sold off is what he was
Yeah,
he
we'll see what
was
happens.
hearing. And, you know, hopefully they stay in Portland. I mean, it'd be terrible if they moved.
You have a brand new owner; they aren't going to just move it right away.
No,
They're gonna,
right.
You know, and get their feet
Right.
underneath them. His roommate in college is something I've read about too.
Really?
Big part of the organization already, and so
Okay.
he's kind of running
Part
it
of
now
that
from what I hear.
Vulcan
Yeah.
group.
So it'll be interesting.
So the second Paul is Jason Paul. Jason Paul is a McMinnville resident, local.
Okay.
I don't want to call him necessarily a legend, but legend in softball world over here. Played with his
like you,
brothers.
huh?
No, he's a lot better than
effing
what I was.
legend.
But played with 7 sons. Played with his brothers, and he took me deep in the city championship back in 1999.
Really?
And they kicked the crap out of us for the city championship. 7 sons beat Sully Construction. Jason Paul was a son, a brother, a father, and a great guy. And softball on Sundays without Jason, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same, him coming up and saying, hello, how are you? Jason, you will be missed. And with that said, we are sponsored by baseballisms.com. If you like my shirt or my hat, you can check it out at baseballism.com. We're also sponsored by nwibl.org. Dwayne over there with the Northwest
Dwayne.
Independent Baseball League. You know Dwayne.
Classic.
Played for the league over there. And so they, springtime will be coming around here soon and hopefully quickly. And they'll be looking for players. So
Oh, no, I'm retired.
nwibl.org. I know you are. Brian isn't, though. Also sponsored by BaseballDudes.com. To be the best, you must train like the best. Chris Gazelle up there in Vancouver, Washington. Roll it, Brian. Building an Athlete Sports Education based by pros. Mitch Canham, skipper Mitch Canham of the Modesto Nuts up there in Washington. His dad, Mark Canham, MDM Designs, does our shirts. And we are also sponsored by our newest sponsor, New Hobby out of Salem. And Devin Cheney over there. Give him a call. Over there on 1722 Center Street. Brian, you did not go over there the other night.
No, I was on the way there, and I saw Devin was probably pretty busy on a Monday. But you know what? I will make it worth your while. If you call Devin and say, hey, we saw you on Clubhouse Chatter. Can't wait to come in.
That's right. So Devin over there at New Hobby Sports Collectibles. And you can see us streaming live on yamhilltoday.com. And you can find us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, iTunes.
We're everywhere.
We're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Good
because,
stuff.
It's because of Tony Trocato.
One thing, guys, before we go. Young hitters out there. I already said this before earlier, right? When you're hitting, when you got 2 strikes, try to put the ball in play.
Very important.
Put the ball in play, make the defense make a play on you.
Very important.
Trust your hands, stay back, man, and use the whole field. Stay short and sweet. Don't take big swings.
There you have
Like
it.
these guys in the playoffs.
There we
There
go.
you have it. So with
Coach
that
Torcato.
said,
Trust
go
yourself.
Brewers. Go Brewers.
Go Dodgers.
Go Astros.
No, I'm pulling for the Dodgers like to stay one, like I said.
You know, Tori is still beyond herself that you're saying go Dodgers.
Well, I'm a California guy. So any team in California, I'm going for them.
I wish they
But the
all could be.
Dodgers, yeah. The Dodgers, I mean, I never had any animosity against the Dodgers, man.
You know, either have I.
I want to tell you guys one thing. You know why?
Why?
Because when I was a kid and stuff, I go to some Dodgers games. My grandpa lived in Santa Monica.
Oh, okay.
And when I was from like 12 years old to like 16, I would go there every summer and play paddle tennis on Venice Beach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Such a different world down
I played
there.
against Will Chamberlain and Boom Boom
Wow.
Mancini, the boxer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Well, my grandpa played in the Canadian Football League for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my mom's dad, and he was drafted in the 5th round by the Browns. He was in the NFL.
So he was pretty dang
yeah, he
good.
played 8 years in the CFL. He's like one of the best tight ends ever. He's like the Winnipeg Hall of Fame up there.
Winnipeg
But he
Blue
lived
Bombers.
in Santa Monica, and he taught me how to play paddle tennis.
Huh.
The SoCal, man, every summer, dude. So like, you know, I can't
There you go.
dog them.
So
I like it down there.
what was it like having your first major league hit off of Hideo
I know
Nomo
he-
then?
Yeah, he passed away in '96, so he wasn't here to see it. But Farrell Funston, man, that's his name. That's my grandpa.
Okay.
Stud. One of the best football players back in the 50s and 60s.
Wow.
Very cool.
Something
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, I come from a sports background.
Yeah,
man.
athletic family.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
And your son's a basketball player.
He likes basketball. He's not huge on baseball or football yet,
It's all right.
but
He's pretty good at what he
hey,
does.
man, whatever he wants to do, I'll support it. He has to create his own path.
He's pretty good at what he
Because
does.
I played doesn't mean he's going to.
Right.
That's the way it is.
Brian Erickson,
Yo.
Tony Trocato. I'm Norm. Thank you for watching, and we will be back next week, Wednesday night, 6:45, and we'll have a guest on at 7.
All righty. Bye, everybody.
All right,
right.
everybody have a good night.
Peace out.
Now we're...